Okay, students, now we are doing some numericals. We are doing some numerical session on the density. Very important numericals of this entire chapter. Okay, every time there will be one or two questions from this chapter, including the board level examinations. Okay, so this is very basic topic, but very difficult topic to understand. Okay, so here is the first question. The unit cell of metallic element, the unit cell of metallic element of atomic mass 108. This is how much? 108 has a density of 10.5 gram per centimeter cube, has an edge length, has a cube with edge length of 409 picometer. Then structure of crystal lattice is. Okay, so after going through this type of question, what you have to do, you have to find out what is given and what you have to calculate. Okay, so here atomic mass is how much? 108. What is how much? And 108. Okay, so atomic mass is given. Density, what is the formula of the density? Density is equal to Z into atomic mass divided by A cube into Avogadro number. This is the formula for the density. Okay, so this is the formula for what? Density. Now here density is given, edge length is given, Avogadro number already you know, and atomic mass is given. So once you put all these four values, you will get Z value. Okay, if Z value, see here, this is very important. Okay, so in the last of my video lecture of density relationship, I told you few points are very important. I will tell you at the last. That time I told you metallic element, metallic compound. So if it is a metallic element, Z you have to take how much? 2. Okay. So if it is BCC and if it is FCC, everywhere it is same. How much it is? 4. And HCP we are not yet covered and not required here because it is mentioned what? Cube. So HCP is not a cube. So there is no doubt, without simplification you can say it cannot be HCP. Okay. So it can be simple cubic, it can be BCC, it can be FCC. How you will decide? You will decide from the Z value. If your Z is 2, you will set tick B. If Z is 4, you will tick A. If Z is 2, sorry, Z is 1, then you will tick D. So 1, 2 and 4. So out of this only you have to find out. Okay. Procedure is it understood? Note down this question and solve. Okay, here if you substitute everything and properly, it is just a matter of the simplification. So you can do it on your own also. I am telling you directly answer. You should get Z is equal to 4. So once Z is equal to 4, that means it is FCC. Z is equal to 4 means it is FCC. So answer is A. You should get, after simplifying, how much you should get? 4Z, therefore it is FCC. Okay. Okay, next question is a metallic element. A metallic element exists in cubic lattice. A metallic element exists in cubic lattice with edge length of the unit cell is, edge length of unit cell is how much? 7.20 grams per centimeter cube. Okay. Edge length of unit cell is 288 angstrom. Density is 7.20 grams per centimeter cube. How many unit cells? How many unit cells will be present in 100 grams of the metal? Where in 100 grams of the metal, how many elements, how many unit cells are available? Okay. So try yourself. If not possible, then I will explain. Okay, frankly speaking, this is not at all a solid state question. Okay, if you are tricky enough, then you can directly solve. See, you are given with edge length. With edge length, you can find out the volume of each unit cell. What you can find out? Volume of each unit cell. Okay, see here I will write volume of each unit cell. Okay, what will be the volume of each unit cell? A cube. Okay, so what is A cube here? 288 into 10 to the power of minus. How much I should write? Angstrom means people are writing 10 to the power of minus 10. But what you should write? What is the difference? Very good. Okay. So you should write minus 8. Centimeter is required here. Density problem is that centimeter is required. Okay. So you will get volume of each cube. You will get what? Volume of each cube you are getting. Okay. So volume of each cube you are getting now. Then total volume you will find out by using the density formula. Simple. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Density is equal to what is the formula? Mass upon volume. And we want volume. What we want? Volume. Total volume is equal to mass by density. Okay. Mass is given how much? 100 grams. Mass is given how much? 100 gram. And volume density. Density is given as 7.20. So this is the total volume. This is the volume of each unit cell. Okay. Let us take this as a 1, this as a 2. Then number of unit cells. Okay. Number of unit cells. Okay. Number of unit cells is equal to total volume. Okay. Equation 2 divided by equation 1. Equation 2 divided by equation 1. Then you will get answer as a B. 5.82 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay. So normal simple definition also if you are using. Density is equal to mass by volume and volume is equal to A cube. We have not used any of the solid state formulas. Understood? So sometimes the question appear to be very difficult, but actually it is very easy. Okay? Note down this. Okay, if you are done with this question, then go for the next question. What is the percentage unoccupied volume in primitive cube? Primitive means I think everybody is aware. Options given are 52.4% and 68.4%, 74% and 47.6. Okay. Okay, here the very small word percentage unoccupied. Okay, packing efficiency. That's why every point is to be remembered and clearly understood. Okay, so packing efficiency is the volume occupied upon total volume. Here question is percentage unoccupied. So 100 occupied is 52.4. Okay, so this is occupied, this is total. So percentage unoccupied. Okay, percentage unoccupied is equal to 100 minus 52.4, that is equal to 47.6%. What is the answer? 47.6%. Okay, note down this. Okay, next question is cesium chloride forms BCC with cesium positive in corner, Cl minus at the body center. Okay, if the radius ratio is how much? 0.9. Okay, then what is the packing efficiency of edge lengths? Option A 9 root 3 by 19. Option B root 3 pi by 8. Option C 1 by 2 root 3. Option D 10 by 9 root 3, 19 root 3. Okay, these are the 4 options given to you. You can cross check and find out. Okay. Here, this radius ratio is 0.9. That means it is not critical radius ratio. Critical radius ratio is how much? 0.732. Okay. So more than 0.732 means in edges there will be gap. Okay. So that gap should be eliminated. Then you will get the efficiency. I have given you hint. You can try it now. So here answer to this question is A. What is answer? Answer is A, and how it is I will tell you. Very simple. Here radius ratio is R positive upon R negative. R positive upon R negative is equal to 0.9. Okay. Now R positive is equal to 0.9 into R negative. Okay. So this relation up to here, any doubt? No doubt. Okay. Now for the BCC, edge length. In edge length, I told you during the BCC what you should take, body diagonal you should take. Okay. So in the body diagonal, this continuity will be maintained. So 2R plus 2R minus. 2R minus is equal to edge length. Okay. So this is equal to root 3A. What I can write? 2 cation radius, 2 anion radius is equal to root 3A. Now, in place of the cation, in place, suppose edge length is there. This is the edge length. From here to here, what is it? A. And here it is R plus, here it is R plus. Okay. Efficiency will be 2 radius of R plus divided by A. Okay. Is it understood, all of you? So, okay. So here R plus upon R minus is equal to 0.9 and R plus is equal to 0.9 into R minus. Okay. And in the BCC, the continuity will be maintained along the body diagonal. Where it is maintained, continuity will be maintained along the body diagonal. Body diagonal is 2R positive plus 2R negative is equal to root 3A. Root 3A. Is it understood? So here this is edge length. Edge length is covered by the 2R positive. So this is occupied upon, this is available. Okay. So 2 into R plus. What is R plus? 0.2 into 0.9 into R minus divided by A. Okay. So from this you can find out ratio, only ratio. So here already A is there, here also already A is there. From this you can find out 2R plus R not. Okay. So 2R plus plus 2R minus is equal to root 3A. From this you can find out the R plus value in terms of the R minus and you substitute here. Okay, here see 3.8 into 2 R plus plus 2 into 0.9 R plus. In this R minus, what I have written, sorry, R minus, no, this is. In place of the R plus, I have to write R minus. Okay. So in place of the R plus, I can write it as it, this will be R minus. Okay, this will be R minus. This will be R minus. Okay. So once you know the R minus, you can find out the R plus here. So once you know the R plus, you can substitute 2R plus by A. Then finally you will get 9 root 3 by 19. What you will get? 9 root 3 by 19. Okay, in this question, very easy question. Percentage free space. Percentage free space in CCP and BCC are respectively. Okay. Option A is 48%. Option B is, sorry, A is 48 and 26, 30 and 26, 26 and 32, and D is 32 and 48. Okay. You can try and tell me. Okay, very simple question. Answer is what? C. Percentage free space. That is available space upon available space up minus. Okay, total space available and occupied. The difference will give you the percentage free space. Okay. So after subtracting the occupied space, then you will get the percentage free space. Okay. Okay, today we are going to do some questions based upon. Today we are going to do some questions based upon the Bragg's equation. Okay, based upon which equation? Bragg's equation we are going to do. Here is the first question, and this is the question which is based upon the derivation. So during the lecture of the Bragg's equation only I told the derivation based questions are in the upcoming examination, you are going to get derivation based questions. Okay. So here I am reading out the question. In X-ray diffraction, in X-ray diffraction experiment, actually it is not except it is experiment. In X-ray diffraction experiment, at which one of the following path differences between the two waves cause destructive interference? Which interference? Destructive interference. Okay. First option lambda, second option 2 lambda, third option 3 lambda, fourth option is 1.5 lambda. Okay. So out of this, which will give you the destructive interference? Okay. So here answer to this question, answer to this question is D. Okay. What is destructive interference? Suppose this is the first wave. Okay. And second wave arrived late. Second wave it will arrive late. Okay. So, but if it arrive like this, okay, because this is the distance extra traveled by the second wave. Suppose this is the first plane and this is the second plane. So the wave which is coming out will turn back fast, but the second wave which is coming out from the second layer will travel extra distance. So this is the extra distance traveled. That question is that path difference. That means this and this. This is called as a path difference. Okay. So when the path difference is equal to any one of them can cause destructive disturbance, destructive interference. Okay. So if it is coming like this, there is no problem. Why? Because see here 1 lambda. Okay. So in this, if 2 lambda also there is no problem. Okay. If it is 3 lambda also, no problem. But problem will be there when it is half lambda. Half lambda means it will be like this. Okay. It will go like this. So because of this, what happens? See, its crest will overlap with the trough. Its crest will overlap with the trough. Trough will overlap with the crest. Crest will overlap with the trough. So this is what called as a destructive disturbance or destructive interference. Okay. So because of this destructive interference, all wave property itself will be lost. So we will avoid, we will take the X-ray whose wavelength suits our purpose. Okay. Wherever constructive interference will be there, their wave property will be maximum, maximum amplitude, maximum intensity signal we will receive. Okay. So for that, selection of the proper X-ray is very important. X-rays are wavelength properties first should suitable to our crystal. Okay. All crystals will not deflect for all X-rays. Okay. Only one X-ray whose wavelength can produce constructive interference. In constructive interference, what happens? Crest will overlap with crest, trough will overlap with trough. Likewise, it will give you the proper amplitude signal. Okay. So it should be always whole number multiple. Okay. The distance between the two layers of our crystal should provide a path difference. This is the path difference. Before this, they are together. After this, they are together. But only this extra distance traveled by the second wave. So this distance should give a which is equal to 2 lambda, 3 lambda, 10 lambda is also okay. But 10.1 lambda is not okay. 1.3 lambda is not okay. 1.5 lambda is utterly not okay, because of this, what happens? Crest will overlap with trough. Exactly, cancellation will take place. We will not get the proper wavelength or proper amplitude. Understood? So this is what the question is meant for. I hope you understood the concept behind this. Okay, here is the next question on the same topic, that is Bragg's equation only, but we are in the integer type question. Okay, for a crystal, angle of diffraction 2 theta is 90 degree. Angle of diffraction is how much? 2 theta is 90 degree. And second order diffraction has a d value. By using the second order diffraction, they calculated d value of 2.28 angstrom. Then the lambda of X-ray used in this experiment is. Okay. Okay, here simple. Everywhere 2 theta is 90 degrees. So theta will be how much? 45 degrees. Okay. And second order diffraction. So n is equal to how much? 2. And diffraction value D is equal to 2.28 angstrom. And lambda you have to find out. Okay. Formula is n lambda is equal to 2D sine theta. Formula will be n lambda is equal to 2D sine theta. So 2 into already we are given with angstrom and we are asked with angstrom. So lambda we can keep it in the same. So 2 into 2.8 into sine 45. Which 45? Sine 45. Then you will get answer of 1.612. How much we will get? 1.612. Okay. Note down 1.612 is in angstroms. Units are angstroms. Okay. Okay. Next is also integer type question. Here you have to give angle of diffraction. Okay. What is the condition? At what angle? Lambda must be same as D. Here first order of diffraction. Okay. So what value given? N value. The distance between two adjacent planes, that is D. Okay. And crystal equal to wavelength. That means D should be equal to lambda and N should be equal to 1. Theta you have to find out. Okay. So normally people will write 180 degree. But this cannot be more than angle of diffraction. 2 theta is equal to 180. So it cannot be, theta cannot be more than 90 degree. So you have to select an angle which is less than 90 degree. So n lambda is equal to 2d sine theta. Understood? So in place of d, I can write as a lambda and n plus 1. So sine theta is equal to how much? 1 by 2. So theta is equal to how much? 30 degree. Okay, answer is what? 30 degree. Okay, for first order diffraction of X-rays. First order means what you will take? N value. Okay, for certain set of crystal, the plane occurs. The plane occurs at an angle of 11.8. Okay, from planes. If the planes are 0.281 nanometer apart, plane distance is given, angle of diffraction is given, and we have to find out wavelength of X-ray used. Wavelength of X-ray used. Okay. Okay, see, these values are deliberately given two values so that you can confuse. Okay. So n lambda is equal to 2d sine theta. What formula you will use? N lambda is equal to 2d sine theta. First order diffraction, n is equal to 1. And lambda is what we wanted. Okay. N is 2 is given. D is how much it is? 0.281. Okay. So sine 11.8 degree. Okay. So this is equal to, already this value is given how much? 0.2. Okay. So 2 into 0.281 into 0.2. So lambda you have to find out. On multiplying all these, I am getting 0.11. 2 decimal place accuracy is sufficient. So 0.11 nanometer. Answer is 0.11 nanometer. Okay. Is this understood? Okay, here the question is, an element exists in two allotropic forms. Element is same, but their allotropic forms are same, different. One is existing in CCP, that is FCC, and second is existing in HCP. Okay. So, and atomic radius of both are same. Therefore, what are the things will be same? First option is density will be same, more than one correct. This is more than one correct. So yeah, answer it very carefully. Okay, partial marking may or may not be there. So you should think in that aspect. Okay. So first one is density. Second one coordination number. Third fraction of. What is this? Fraction of unoccupied space. Fraction of which space? Unoccupied space. Fourth one is distance between two consecutive layers. Distance between two consecutive layers. Okay. See, our answers are A, B, C, D. Density also will be same because packing fraction is same. So once packing is similar, so density will be obviously same. What will be same? Density will be obviously same. And coordination number already same. So once packing fraction is same, empty place also same. Distance also will be same. So all will be same because of the HCP and CCP. If atomic radius is same, density will be same, coordination number will be same, fraction of occupied as well as unoccupied, both will be same. Here question is unoccupied, but if it is occupied also, that also you can take it as a correct option only. Then distance between two consecutive layers also same. Okay. Okay, next question is also multi-correct options. So think about each and every option carefully. Which of the following is oblique R correct statement oblique S about Fe3O4? Okay, so there is a special lecture for Fe3O4 after careful study of various books. That lecture is prepared. So if you go through that, then you can answer this question very nicely. Question is about first one is Fe2 plus, second one is about Fe3 plus, third one is Fe3 plus, fourth one is about O2 minus. Out of four statements, how many of them are correct? Out of this four statement, what should be there? How many of them are correct? Okay, this Fe3O4 structure already explained location, coordination number and number of. Everything was already explained. Okay, so here what are the correct options to this? A and C. This is called as which structure? Spinal structure. Okay, if you have not gone through that lecture, kindly search in the YouTube also which came spinal structure. Spinal which came. Okay, is it understood? SPINEL, spinal which came. You will get that video lecture and you can go through that. Inverse spinal, spinal structure, everything is clearly explained in the separate rutile structure. Okay. Okay, which of the following defects in the crystal may lower the density? Density should be decreased. Okay, density should be decreased. Okay, so option A, interstitial defect, vacancy defect, Schottky defect, and impurity defect. See, simply in interstitial defect, extra cation is coming and occupying the interstitial space. So this interstitial space is supposed to be vacant, but now it is occupied. So density will increase. Vacancy, because of vacancy, volume will increase, mass will decrease, so density will decrease. Schottky defect already told you. So equal number of cation and anion will leave the surface, leave the crystal. Therefore, here also density decreases. Impurity defect, electrons will be occupying the cation like strontium. One strontium is occupying two sodium mass. So because of that, density also decreases. Okay. So may decrease here, may lower. So there are no chances of decreasing here, 100% sure. In this defect, density may decrease. Like here, it depends on the impurity atomic mass also, but there are chances. So option B, C, D, where density will decrease. Not in A. In interstitial defect, extra cation will be located. So extra means mass will be increasing. So B, C, D are the correct options. Okay, next, in which of the following crystal alternate tetrahedral voids are occupied? Alternate tetrahedral voids must be occupied. Okay. Okay, here listen carefully. In NaCl, it is a rock salt structure. Here it occupies octahedral void. So there is no chance of the tetrahedral void. In zinc sulfide, alternate tetrahedral voids are occupied. This is called as zinc blend. In CaF2, see, twice is there. Calcium will form this is the only place where cation will form the lattice and anion will occupy the void. So anion F will occupy the void and all tetrahedral void. Question is about only alternate tetrahedral void. So tetrahedral void is okay but not alternate. Therefore, this is not correct option. And in Na2O, sodium occupies void, oxygen forms FCC lattice. So here also twice are there, therefore all. Here all tetrahedral voids, here all tetrahedral voids. So we want to answer only alternate tetrahedral voids. So only B is correct. What is correct? Only B is correct. Okay. Other explanation is understood why others are not correct. Okay, next question is about the properties only. So, coordination number of which of the following statement is oblique are correct? Coordination number of each type of ion in CSCl is 8. Second is metal crystallizes in BCC, then coordination number is 12. Then correct statement you have to identify. Unit cell in ionic crystal shares sum of its ion with other unit cell. Length of unit cell of NaCl is 552. If radius of sodium is 95, radius of chlorine is 181. Okay, see, I will explain. So listen carefully. Okay. So first of all, coordination number. Here cesium occupies octahedral void, cubic void. Therefore, coordination number is 8. And as it is 1:1, so both coordination number will be 1. Okay. So first option is correct. In BCC, coordination number is not 12. In FCC and HCP and FCC coordination number will be how much? 12. Okay. So this is wrong. Now, next, unit cell shares. Already we have studied about the contribution. Corner is shared by 8 unit cell. Base center shared by 2 unit cell. Edge center is shared by 4 unit cells. So this is absolutely correct. Okay. And in NaCl, actually sodium occupies edge center. 2 corners will be 2 chlorine. So for that, what you have to do? You have to calculate 2 Cl minus plus 2 sodium plus. Okay, both radius. Then if you get this answer, then it is correct. I hope we are getting this answer. So 1, 3, 4. What are the answers? 1, 3 and 4 are correct. Is it understood to all of you? Okay, students, we have completed solid state completely with the different topic lecture and topic wise question lecture. Okay, now we are going to complete it as a cumulative solid state lectures. Okay, so we will be finishing off it 1 or 2 lectures so that complete grip. When you solve the one topic questions, then it may be easy and it may be limited to only one topic. So, but nowadays what happens, 2 to 3 chapters, even sometimes organic, inorganic, or physical, inorganic, like that questions are coming. So let's limit our this question to solid state only. Then after in this session only solid state. After that solid state with some other chapters also we will try to solve that combined questions. Okay. Now these are the some combined solid state questions. Will you be able to identify and recollect the formula or not, and within the time frame? Like this is a time consuming question. Okay. So here in this question, aluminium forms face-centered cubic crystal. Density of aluminium is 2.7 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, and find the length of unit cell. Okay, now you can solve. Try to maintain accuracy and speed. Both must be maintained. Okay, see here in this question, aluminium forms face-centered crystal. So with that face-centered crystal, that means you are given with Z. Z is equal to 4. Okay, and density is given as 2.7 gram per centimeter cube. Okay, density is given, and aluminium is mentioned. Therefore, atomic mass, we will use atomic mass, that is equal to 27. Okay, and only thing you need to find out A. What you need to find out? A value you have to find out. Okay, A value you have to find out. Is this understood? Now density is equal to Z into atomic mass divided by Avogadro number into A cube. Okay. So everything is given except A value. Okay. So if you substitute and simplify, you will get 405 angstroms. And you must be very much sure this answer will be in centimeter. This answer will be in centimeter. You need to convert into angstroms. Okay, because see, every unit is angstroms. Okay, angstrom means 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, but in centimeter it will be 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. Okay, so accordingly you have to be take care. Anyhow, here all units are in angstrom only, there is no confusion. Okay, so answer to this question is B. Is this clear? Okay, next question is find lambda of X-rays. Find lambda of X-rays given which will give diffraction angle of 16.8 degree. How much it is? 16.80 degree for a crystal where interplanar distance is 0.8 nanometer and diffraction is of first order. Okay, and if required, sine 8.40 degrees equal to 0.161. 0.161. Okay, options, I think it is clear. 58.4 picometer, 5.84 picometer, 584 picometer, and 648 picometer. Okay, see here in this formula is equal to n lambda is equal to 2d sine theta. Understood? Here 2 theta is equal to 16.80. So this theta will be 8.40 and directly value is given. Okay. Interplanar distance. See the logic here. Nanometer given here and picometer you have to answer. Okay. If you are not concentrating on units, then see options also how confusing. Picometer, 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 but 58.4 like that. So many students, those who are not concentrated, only formula they remembered, but not worried about unit, they answered C. Okay, but actually here D, if option is in the substituting D in the nanometer, lambda will also be nanometer. Okay, so this is 0.2 and 2 and n is equal to 1 first order and lambda you have to find out. Okay, sin theta is already given as 0.1461. Okay, so on simplifying and converting into picometer, you will get answer A. See, nanometer and picometer. Okay, so that is the difference when you feel that you know the answer but not matching. Understood? So with this, what lesson you learned? You have to take care of the units also sometimes. Not only formula is important, sometimes units also plays a vital role. Noted? Lambda is equal to 58.4 picometer. Okay, very nice question. The experimental density, when they carried out to find out actual density with some defect, density is found to be 3.0907. Experimental density means after defect. Okay, but calculated density, that means if it is ideal density, okay, 3.920. That means it is supposed to be 3.920, but because of some defect, 3.907. Okay, then you have to find out percentage empty spaces. Okay, see, very simple question. 3.920 minus 3.907 divided by 3.920. Okay, 3.920. Sorry, 907. Here we have to take 3.907 into 100. Okay, this is the ideal ratio, actual ratio upon ideal density minus actual density by actual density into 100. Okay, then you will get answer of 0.33. A is the correct answer. Answer to this question is A. Answer to this question is A. Okay. How is it understood? 3.920 minus 3.907 divided by 3.907 into 100. Okay. Answer to this question is A. Okay. A metallic element exists in a cubic structure. Okay. But we are not sure that cubic is of what kind. Understood? The edge length of unit cell is 2.9 angstrom. Density of metal is 7.2 gram per centimeter cube. Then number of unit cell in 100 grams of the metal would be. I think all are visible clearly. 5.7 into 10 to the power of 23. 2.85 into 10 to the power of 23, 11.4 into 10 to the power of 23, 5.7 into 10 to the power of 22. Okay, actually, frankly speaking, this is nothing to do with solid state. Simple density is equal to mass by volume. If you use density is equal to mass by volume, you will directly get. Okay, see here already we know that density is given and unit cell length is given. So already it is given cubic structure. Okay. So density is equal to mass by volume. So mass is equal to density into volume. Okay. So density is how much? Density is 7.2. 7.2 into volume is edge length cube. Okay. 2.9 into 10 to the power of minus 10 is centimeter minus 8 to the power of 3. So this is mass of one unit cell. Okay. And then what you will do? 100 divided by. Okay. 100 divided by 100 divided by 100 divided by this total value. Whatever you will get, you will write it here. Okay. Mass of one unit cell is this one. Then total mass available. Total mass divided by mass of one unit cell. Then on simplifying, you will get 5.6947. How much you will get? 5.6947 into 10 to the power of 23. So, suitable option is 5.7 into 10 to the power of 23. Is that clear? Next question, edge length of unit cell of KCl is 6.29. 6.29 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, and density is equal to 1.99 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Unit C here, kilogram per meter cube. Okay, kilogram per meter cube. If density of unit cell is, if KCl is FCC with 4K plus 4Cl minus. Find number of K plus in 1 kg of KCl. Options, all values are same here. 8.07, 8.07, 8.07, 8.07. Plus 25, minus 25, plus 27, minus 27. Okay, see here. In this question, directly actually you need not use anything. 1 kg of KCl. Okay. So 1 kg of KCl. You can identify molecular mass. What is the molecular mass of KCl? 39 plus 35.5. Okay. So 39 plus 35.5 contains 1 mole. That is 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay. Then find out number of K. 1 kg, that is 1000 gram equal to number of K plus. Automatically will get, but all these are all given to introduce all the solid state. Understood? Actually, you can do it simple by the stoichiometry only. Understood? So 1 K, 39 plus 35.5 is equal to Avogadro number of K plus. Then 1000 KCl contains how many K plus? Okay, is that understood? So answer to this question is C option. Okay, 8.07 into 10 to the power of 27. Volume occupied by one molecule of water. Okay, and density is 1 gram per centimeter cube. Try to send the answer with question number. Solve with utmost care. Question appeared to be simple but difficult. Options are 3 into 10 to the power of minus 23 centimeter cube, 5.5 into 10 to the power of minus 23 centimeter cube centimeter. Okay. 9 into 10 to the power of minus 23, Avogadro number into 10 to the power of minus 23. Okay, in this question, see, simple, 18 grams. 1 mole means we know that 18 grams, okay? 18 grams will have density is equal to 1, therefore 18 milliliter. 18 grams is equal to 18 milliliter. 18 milliliter contains 1 mole, and 1 mole divided by this, you will get the answer, okay? Okay, next question, calculate theoretical density of rhombic sulfur. A, B, C are given and Z is given. A is 10.464, B is 12.8660, and C is 24.4860, Z is equal to 128. Okay, here calculate theoretical density of rhombic sulfur. Options are given, you can find out correct option. Okay, no calculations required. See here, all values are same. All values are same. Okay, only thing you have to be concentrating on the units only. Kilogram per meter cube. Per meter cube. Therefore, this is minus is necessary. Here plus is there. Here 5 and 5 are there. Density cannot have 10 to the power of 5 or units into the power 5. Understood? So without any simplification, you can directly say it as a C. Is it understood? Okay, students. Now we are into the comprehension questions. So that you should attempt all type of questions, single correct The advantage of comprehension questions, if anything is not there in syllabus, they will give you some information in the syllabus, and that the syllabus which is already there, both will be combined and questions will be asked. That is the purpose of the comprehension question. If any examiner wants to give a new question, then some additional information will be informed to you through the comprehension, and that comprehension with available syllabus, new questions will be framed. Okay, so let's see how the questions will be there and how you will deal with them. Okay, this is one of the question based upon the comprehension. This is the comprehension, and lot of questions will be there based upon this comprehension. So make a note of this And this type of questions will be further asked, but information for all those questions will be this one only. Okay. According to that information, A, B, C, D are located at corners, face center, tetrahedral words and octahedral words. That means A is at corner, B is at face center, C is at tetrahedral, D is at octahedral. Okay. Now, first question based upon this information. If atoms touching one of the body diagonal plane of symmetry. So every word is important. Body diagonal plane of symmetry. Okay. There are how many types of plane of symmetry? Already there is a separate video lecture for elements of symmetry. Okay. So if you have not seen that, type which came solid state plane of symmetry in the YouTube and you will get that. Okay. Plane of symmetry, center of symmetry, axis of symmetry, and plane of symmetry further few types. Here they are asking about body diagonal plane of symmetry are removed, then formula of the compound is. Okay. So highly helpful these type of questions for medical students AIMS and AFMC BITSAT, and for engineering students IIT advanced, especially advanced questions are these. Okay. Okay, for this I am drawing a diagram. Okay, then you can start solving. Understood? Because some people are not able to imagine. This imagination is very important. Okay, so I will erase this question and I will draw the picture. Okay, so with that you can identify which option is correct. Understood? Now, body diagonal plane of symmetry. All atoms touching the body diagonal plane of symmetry are removed. Okay. So while drawing itself, try to understand it carefully. Okay. If any students feels that any problem, you can ask then and there, because after drawing it will be complicated. Understood? So this is what body diagonal plane of symmetry. Okay. This corner, this corner. Okay. So this is the body diagonal plane of symmetry, which is inside this. Okay. Now, because of this, what are the things going? See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 corners will be removed. Okay. 2 face center will be removed. 1 body center will be removed. 2 edge center will be removed. Okay. And tetrahedral voids will be removed. What will be removed? Tetrahedral voids will be removed. Is this diagram clear? Okay. So this is the body diagonal plane of symmetry. Is this understood? So corners will be removed, edge centers will be removed, body center will be removed. Okay. And tetrahedral voids also will be removed. Tetrahedral voids will be subcenters of the 8 subcubes. Okay. Body centers of 8 subcubes are tetrahedral voids. And what are the octahedral voids? Even body center of the main cube and edge centers. Okay. Edge centers are what? Edge centers and body center of FCC. It is only applicable for FCC. Is that clear? So, what are the things I removed? I will tell you. 4 corners will be removed. Okay. And 1 body center will be removed. 1 body center will be removed. Body center is nothing but octahedral void. Okay. And apart from that, 2 face center will be removed. 2 face centers removed. Okay. And 2 edge center will be removed. 2 edge center will be removed. Triangular void removed. Triangular void removed. Okay. These are the things removed. Now, from this information, you collect ABC and remove them, right? Body center and edge center also octahedral void. Okay, octahedral void is body center and edge center. Both are octahedral void. And tetrahedral voids are body center of subcubes. Okay, tetrahedral voids removed. Is this understood? Removed particle when a body diagonal plane of symmetry is removed. Is this understood? So according to all these options, option D is correct. What is correct? Option D is correct. So those who attempted on their own with the utmost sincerity, that means it is congratulations to them, and they are to pack their bags for admission into the IIT or NIT. Is this understood? Because this is a one good level question. See, this much imagination it should come into your brain along with their contribution also. Like if you are removing face centers, it should also you should also know 1 by 2 you have to multiply, edge center 1 by 4 you have to multiply, body center 1, and these tetrahedral voids no need not to multiply with because it is inside. Like that, everything should be, information should be there, imagination should be there and applied, and then you will get the correct answer of D. Is that clear to all of you? Note down this diagram specially and what are the things concerned with this plane. Okay. Okay, if you noted this diagram and written this, then next question is updated. If atoms touching each of one of two-fold, three-fold, four-fold axis of symmetry removed, then formula is. Do it very carefully, associated with diagram. Okay, if you are solved, you can cross check is that your answer is with the options or not. Okay. A3, B4, C12, D10, A3, B2, C6, D5, A3, B8, C24, D10, A3, B6, C3, D5. Okay, see, I am explaining. This is what somewhat difficult question. That's why parts wise I am explaining. Okay. First of all, what is twofold axis? Okay. So twofold axis is diagonally opposite edge center. The axis which is connecting diagonally opposite edge centers. Okay. So edge centers are there. Therefore, A removed because of this will be 0. Okay. Because about the location already I have given in the comprehension only. A will not be removed because of twofold axis. Okay. D removed will be, one will be at the body center, two will be at the edge center. So 1 by 1 into 1 by 1 plus 2 into 1 by 4. Okay, so number of D removed will be 1.5. You can say how much 1.5 D removed and A removed is 0. Okay, so like that each and every axis where it is and what are the effect of the removal. Okay, that I am going to write. So first of all, note down this twofold axis and its effect. See here, this word meaning is atoms touching each of one of the twofold. There are twofold axis, maybe more than one. Okay, more than one may be possible. So, but you should be removing only one twofold axis, one threefold axis, one fourfold axis touching atoms. Okay. So I have explained about the twofold axis. Then about the threefold axis. Threefold axis is body diagonal only called as a, body diagonal itself is called as a threefold axis. So when it passes through the threefold axis, two corners, that is A, will be removed. So 2A and its contribution will be 1 by 8. Understood? Then fourfold axis. Fourfold axis is simply two face centers. This line is called as a uh, fourfold axis. Okay. So that means two opposite face center will be removed. How many face centers? Two opposite face center will be removed. Okay. So 2 into 1 by 2. So how many B removed, how many A removed, and how many C and D removed? Because of all axis, one two-fold axis, one three-fold axis, one four-fold axis. Then after if you count, then you will get A3, B8, C24, D10. Okay, note down this. Four-fold axis is opposite face center. Four-fold axis is face center. Okay, then B is equal to 2 into 1 by 2. Okay, noted. See, now it is linked with the mathematics also. If body center is origin, atoms present in or even touching the first octant are removed, then what will be the formula? What will be the formula? Okay, see, I am giving you options. You can cross check. If you are genuine, that means it should be available in the options at least. Okay. So first of all, option A is A7, B12, C56, B18. Okay, B option I am giving you. B option A7, B12, C28, C28, D20. Okay, then C option. C option A16, B7, C28, D20. And D option A7, B16, C56, D18. You can check whether it is there in your option or not. Your answer should be at least in the option if you are genuine. And if your answer is A, then you are genuine and it is correct also. Answer to this question is option A. Okay. A7, B12, C56, D18. D18. Okay. So how it is? C. Simple. Answer is A, number of A removed. Okay. A removed will be 1 by 8. Removed values I am writing. A removed will be 1 by 8. Okay. B removed will be 3 by 2. 3 by 2. C removed will be completely removed. 1. Okay. So D removed will be 7 by 4. How many? 7 by 4. 7 by 4. Okay. So on simplifying, A leftover will be 7 by 8. Okay. A leftover will be 7 by 8. B leftover will be 3 by 2. C will be 7. C will be 7 and D will be 9 by 4. On simplifying these, you will get option A. On simplifying this, you will get option A. Okay. Is it visible? A 1 by 8 removed, C 1 removed out of 8. Okay. 8 means that is what do you call? Subcubes. Okay. Body center of the subcube. C1, B 3 by 2. Okay, these type of questions are very necessary for three-dimensional imagination. See, multi-concept mathematics also included. Okay, so I think you will be doing excelling in your respective examinations. We will discuss some more of the different format. Okay.